Peace, peace, love, light of healing, peace, love, light of healing, peace to the gods, peace to the earth. Y'all climb on in. We at the clinic, another Clinic Chronicles. We just finished up the day with our in-person visits. Now I got to do a bunch of teledocs, which means I got to get on the videos and do some video consultations. But we've had probably, 6 clients come in today, 6 patients?
Yes.
Yeah, we had 6 family members come in today, and everybody homocysteine levels was high. So I said, I need to go live and talk about this because we got all of our community and all of our people is eating these meats. And I've been telling y'all for the last 10 years how eating meat and the consumption of heavy meat eating is literally killing our community. But we have this big old, carnivore diet running rapid in the community, but it's not for our people. It's really designed to sustain another people. And it shows when we're showing blood work, we're taking people blood, we sending the bloods to the laboratory, they're coming back with these high homocysteine levels, or we doing live blood analogy or hematology where I'm taking your blood and looking at it under a thermal microscope, and you see these levels high, and you see the bacteria, you see the pleomorphic parasites. It's just crazy. So y'all climb on in. I want to show y'all something. Peace, 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 love, light, and healing. Blessings, gods and goddesses. How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? So yeah, we had 6 people come in today. Well, we had 7, but 6 out of the 7 had high homocysteine levels. And then you ask them their diet and what they've been eating. And they've been eating these high carnivore diets, y'all. And I keep trying to tell y'all that not trying to, start a separation or a division for anybody, because a lot of Caucasians come in here, a lot of Mexicans come in here, a lot of everybody come in here, So we got a lot of people that's of diverse ethnicities that come in the clinic. So I'm not here to start a war, but everybody have a specific diet, y'all. And then you see my people come in here and they listening to all of these other people on the internet, and they eating all of these meats and all of these fishes, and they think that it's helping their body through their detox, and it's really harming their body, because we're the one drawing the blood, pulling the blood, sending the blood off to the laboratories, putting the blood under the microscopes. We literally seeing these things decline in the health of the people. So if you look at what homocysteine is amino acid. It comes from methionine, or what I call methionine, but they actually call it methionine depending on what school you go to or what teacher you learning it from. One will call it methionine and somebody will call it methionine. But this is amino acid. When proteins go through something called protein synthesis, and these proteins be created and be broken down, what happened is methionine get broken down into homocysteine. Well, where you find high concentrations of methionine or homocysteine is in meat consumption. And what I mean by meat consumption, I mean anything that has eyes, anything that can bleed when you puncture it or when it has a traumatic experience. So I'm talking about meat, as in your pork, as in your beef, as in your chicken, as in all of that, and sea meat, as in your crabs, as in your crawfish, as in your other fish. So we notice that people that eat a lot amount of foods, because the first thing I'm going to ask you when you come to the clinic is, what do you eat? Give me your everyday process, what you eat every day. Write it down meal for meal, be detailed. And you notice that, when it comes to our people, we feel like we have to have meat with every single meal, which is one of the biggest lie ever. And then I check your blood and I see that you have high homocysteine. And high homocysteine actually eat away at the arteries in your venous or your vascular system. When you eat away at the arteries, this is going to cause calcium to come, or cholesterol to come, to heal that over. Once cholesterol heal those traumas due to the arteries, because homocysteine is amino acid, this amino acid does have acids at the end, so it's going to chew through the arteries when it's sitting in the vascular system or sitting on the cells. Guess what's happening? It's going to puncture those cells. Them cells are going to rupture, though. The artery is going to rupture, and then cholesterol is going to have to build it back up. Once cholesterol build it back up, it solidifies with calcium. This causes scarring of the arteries, or calcium buildup of the arteries. This is what block arteries and give you heart attack and stroke. So it's no coincidence that when you really study and you start doing the clinicals on this, that meat consumption and early cardiovascular disease or kidney and liver disease happen from so-called black people eating meat. You can see it. The studies is there, the clinicals is there, and we doing the work that show this stuff, right? So I was talking to one of the clients today, one of the members, and she was like, is this the reason why I'm so acidic? Why is my blood so acidic? And I had to show her electrical magnetics, the way electrical magnetics work. So if you actually look at your blood and you look at a red blood cell, or what they call your erythrocyte, they are negatively charged, right? It's negatively charged. Well, if you look at homocysteine and methionine, you see that, or methionine, whatever one you want to call it, these are positively charged molecules. So homocysteine have a positive charge on it. Methionine have a positive charge on it. So when you eat meat, you're getting these positive proteins or protons inside of your blood. Now, when you look at a protein or a proton, these are what you will call electron stealers. But when you look at your blood or red blood cell, or what you would call a erythrocyte, they're a negative charge. This is called an electron donor. So your blood is alkaline at a 7.45 on a potential hydrogen scale. But when you look at these amino acids that come from meat, they have protons. These are actually acidic forming because they acids. They acid forming. They're different from base. So what happens is when you look at a positive, when you're thinking about electrical magnetic fields and spectrums, and you look at a negative, whenever you talk about magnetism, the opposite attracts. All right. And then the same polarization, actually, what they do, polarization, what do? They actually expel from each other. So if you look at a positive protein, a positively charged protein, when you get it in the blood, what it does is it goes through your system or your bloodstream and is looking to steal an electron to neutralize itself. So if you got positive protein like homocysteines, which come from methionine, which come from meat eating, and you breaking down this meat and you chew this meat up as much as you can, and you can't really break it down because the hydrochloric acid inside of your stomach can't break this meat down to what it's supposed to be in the first place to truly extract all the minerals that you need from it, or all the amino acids that you need from it. These amino acids then passes the duodenum by blood capillaries, and then it travels throughout the blood. As it traveling throughout the bloodstream and through the plasma, or what you would call some of the interstitial fluid of the body, what it's doing is it's looking for blood cells or erythrocytes to dock to. And the reason why it's looking for erythrocytes to dock to, because it want to dock to that erythrocyte because it have a negative charge. And the reason why is because it want to steal the electron, because the red blood cells are electron donors. If it get to steal an electron from the electron donor, or what you will call the red blood cell or erythrocyte, then it can neutralize itself, and it no longer will be a proton, or it will no longer be acidic in nature. All right. Now, when it does that, when you eat meat and you break this meat down as much as you can, and then these proteins and homocysteine is flowing around in the bloodstream, and it finally docks with this negative charged blood, what happens is it connects. This connection, now once this connection happens, a polarization switch, it switches polarities, literally. So literally when it switches polarity, the red blood cell that was once alkaline, that had an electron on it, it becomes an electron stealer and not an electron donor, because the electron it needed to stay balanced and to stay alkaline was stolen by the protein. So it switches its polarity and it flips. So the pH of that blood cell changes. Now, since the pH of that blood cell changed, you have something called a membrane around a blood cell. What happens is the decomposition and the decomposing of this blood cell starts to break down the cellular membrane of the blood, because now it is positively charged and is no longer negatively charged, because you had an electron stealer, which is protein or homocysteine, come in and steal that charge. So now, since the polarity of it done switched upside down, now that blood cell become acidic. Now, when it become acidic, the acids on the membrane of the blood, and we see this all the time looking at this stuff under a microscope. Am I lying, I'm telling y'all nothing but the truth. You start seeing this sticky substance, or called corrosion, just like on a battery post, come around the blood cell. It kind of look like yeast formation. That's why I just call it a yeast formation, or I call it fermentation. When people be like, well, what's this cloudy substance around my erythrocyte? Well, I say it's actually the cellular membrane of the blood breaking down, because it switched, it jumped poles. It used to be negative and now it's positive. And then I ask, well, why it's positive? That's because it docked to a proton, or what you would call a protein. And the protein stole the electron, which switched the polarity of the actual cell. So now the cell starts breaking down. When the cell breaks down, it creates this sticky mucus-like substance. I need to come up with a name for this sticky mucus substance, because I haven't found a true name for it yet. Everybody call it different things. things. But what it does is it's so acidic, it starts pulling oxygen, which is another electron donor, because oxygen is actually alkaline, from the cells. So now the blood cells is not only missing the cellular membrane, but it's missing oxygen. Then it go through something called cellular lysis, where the cell will pop open and explode because all the acid chewed through the membrane. So now all of your iron, your hemoglobin that was docked to there, that's why if you look at a red blood cell, it look like a bicane disc and it got a dip in it. That's because they want to exchange oxygen for carbon dioxide by way of hemoglobin. So now all of your hemoglobin is leaving forth. This is going to break a forth iron, vitamin B12, vitamin B17, folic acid. All these things shoot forth from out of the cells. So now the cells and the building material from the cells is no longer in the cell no more, because the acids, because it's switched its pose, right? Now check this out. A sticky substance starts being formed around the cell. This stuff then goes into the plasma, and then other blood cells starts going through, because the blood is flowing on an interstitial fluid, or what you would call a rivular fluid called plasma. So when other blood come into the auric field of this decomposing sticky cell from the actual protein, they stick and clump together to the other blood cells. So then now you have something called erythrocyte aggregation. And this is where all the red blood cells form a clot and stick themselves together in this sticky like mish that you call fibrin, or that you call protein, or that you call decomposed homocysteine. Then after that, a form called rouleau will happen, where the red blood cells will stack on top of each other and look like a roll of coins, or it look like a caterpillar. And then this further deprive the cells of oxygen. It further deprive the cells of potential hydrogen, or what you will call H3O. Not H3O2, but H3O. Now you have a coagulated blood cell that then form a clot inside your body. Plus you have calcium healing, because the protein been scarring up the arteries and poking holes in it, and calcium had to come because cholesterol had to patch it up, and then you had to paint back over with calcium to fill the holes up, for you don't have no type of cardiovascular issue, which in the long term give you cardiovascular issues, all because we eating the wrong things. Now this is how I know that this is a melanin thing, right? Because we get Caucasian people in here, don't we not, B?
Yes, sir.
Do we or do we not?
A lot.
We get Latinos and Mexicans in here, do we or do we not?
Yes.
Tell me why when I do this same test on Caucasians that come here, they don't have the problem and they eat the same amount of meat. You don't see high homocysteine levels. Why not? Because their body have the capability of breaking these things down more than so-called black people. So it's just blowing my mind that, you know, me in the clinic, me being here in the clinic and seeing all of these clients and all of these members and these patients, I'm further proving my point that I've been talking about for the last 10 years, family. You can't eat what everybody eat. And then like I was just telling my guy Troy, which is a white guy. Pretty cool people. I mean, he came in here, he did an amazing job. I took pictures with him, he posted them on the internet, he asked the good questions. But he was the same thing I told him. Even though you eating the meat and your blood look clean now, give it 10 to 15 years from now, your blood gonna look like every other so-called black person that came in here. See, it's killing them. It's just killing them slower, because they have the hydrochloric acid to deal with the meat consumption right now. You see what I'm saying? They have the teeth to deal with meat consumption right now. They have the predator mindset to deal with the meat consumption right now. You don't. We are biologically different, but this tells you that meat kills all, because you see them get on the meat and then they heal, right? Everything that they had go away, but then 3 to 5 years later, guess where all of the Caucasian carnivores are coming to now? Who they coming to now, B? You. They coming to me. And this is no bullshit. We take a picture with every client that come here. It is becoming half and half now, because all of the carnivore diets that they was on is now attacking their liver. It's filling their kidneys and everything else. So this just show you that the supreme diet to all human beings and mankind is the high frugivore and vegetable diet. Some people just need it on the daily, which is so-called African American people, or who I would call melanated people. And then you got the other species of people that need it too. They have to come and do the same diet we eat to heal. They have to drink the same juices that we drink to heal, showing you that the diet that I've been pushing for 10 years is the superior diet, family. It's the superior diet. And the only reason why I'm going live and talking about this is just to show y'all, if you truly want to heal yourself, if you truly want to detoxify yourself, you have to get off the meat. And if you can't get off the meat, cut your meat, more than in half, and then you will start seeing yourself feel better, and maybe that will give you the motivation to quit it altogether. Proteins are bad for us. Yes, the body is made of proteins, but if we talking about two different proteins, I'm talking about amino acid structures. I am not talking about this made up myth protein that we have to eat that they're talking about, and that is meat consumption. Every meat that you eat or that you supposed to eat, go to a vegetable source to get their protein. Why do we as a people feel that we need to eat the meat that eat the grass and they eat all of the other vegetation to get our protein, when they get their protein from the grass, they get it from earth? Why can't we just bypass the animals and eat what they eat to get the same protein? If you really think about what we doing, it don't make no sense at all. And you are eating animals. These animals break down, become electron stillers and not electron donors, which create an acidic metabolic state inside of your body. And the animal that you ate end up eating you. You kill the animal and eat the animal end up decomposing inside your body, eating you alive and killing you. That's the cycle, and we're not even seeing it. But blood work is showing this. Biochemistry is showing this. Microbiology is showing this. Everything that we're doing in this clinic is proving the point that I've been speaking about for 10 years. So if you want to heal, if you have a degenerative type of condition, make sure that you stop eating animals' flesh look, and let me get more specific, animals' flesh and see animals' flesh. And that's all I'm saying, family. How y'all feeling? The Mucusless Diet is a great book. Yes, I put every family member, every patient that come in here, they get my edited edition of a Mucusless Diet list. I put everybody on that. And it's been healing people like crazy, putting people on H3O2 diets, kicking them off the water and getting them on juice. Been healing people like crazy. The geogenetic juice is doing so good. We have over 200,000 people right now on the geogenetic juice, reporting back all type of healing testimonies. All y'all have to do is go to the geogenetic juice reel that I made. You will see everybody in there changing their lifestyle. Diabetes is leaving, high blood pressure, hypertension is leaving, kidney disease is leaving. And I'm not even asking them to leave these type of testimonies. They leaving them there themselves. But it makes sense because I healed myself of scar tissue on my heart, of kidney failure, of diabetes, of certain vertigo where I had all them light spots on my face. I was 210 to 250 to 60 pounds. I healed myself on the same juice, the same H3O2 diet, which have a bunch of hydrogen atoms inside of it. And I went on a fruit fast and I took all of the herbs. So it makes sense. And everybody asking why herbs are so healing, because herbs are what you will call electron donors. Juice, when we talk about fruits, these are electron donors. Electrons is electricity with magnetic atoms inside of it. We need these things to heal the body. You are sick because you lack voltage. You are sick because you lack power. You lack vitality. You lack force. You lack ATP. You lack the Krebs cycle. You lack in all these things to give your body the energy you need for you can have a happy, fulfilled life, and you can live out your purpose, which is to experience reality, because you are God experiencing his own creation. The only way you can get back into that is by putting voltage or electricity or cellular electricity back in your body. You cannot do that if you're full of stillers and not electron donors. This is simple biochemistry and human biology, family. It really is. So if you want to heal, get off the meat. You want to feel better, get off the meat. You want to think better, get off the meat. You want to get rid of the excessive mucus buildup, get off the meat. You want to get rid of diabetes, hyperglycemia, get off the meat. You want to get rid of sickle cell anemia, leukemia, and all these other diseases that is plaguing the so-called black community, eat the food that you were biologically designed to eat. And I know that you got history books, they lie in history books, that said that you ate all of this different stuff. No, you didn't. In the beginning, we were frugivores. See that? In the beginning, we were frugivores, and most of your religious books tell you what we ate. We ate fruits and vegetables that had a seed after its kind. That's what we ate. That was our food. Then when you see the destruction of man came is when we started eating meat. Once we came up out of paradise, or once we came up out of this beautiful simulation that we was living in before death and corruption and destruction entered the world. Our original diet is a frugivore, highly electrical magnetic diet. And that's why it's so healing. When you switch back over to it, it will blow your mind. And if you think I'm lying, family, my meat lovers, because a bunch of meat lovers like listening to Dr. Yahki. That's cool. Just prove me wrong, and just go on a meatless diet for 21 days. Give yourself 21 days and prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Now, if you have malabsorption issues, of course, you're going to lose a bunch of weight. Of course, if you got a thyroid issue, of course, it's going to mess up your thyroid. You're getting off of stimulants. So I don't want to hear, I got off the meat and I felt worse than I ever before. It's called a detoxification symptom. Once you pass through the detoxification symptoms, the vitality, the power, the force, the will, the happiness, the dopamine release, all these things will start being released through the bloodstream and you will feel a lot better. But of course, at first you're going to feel crashed out. You're going to feel adrenal fatigue. Your body is literally fighting because it wants sugars and you purging out parasites. You're literally getting rid of bad building material. You need building blocks to build a cell, and meat is not one of them, y'all. The only building block you need is amino acids. Your amino acid come from plants. You need minerals and trace minerals. Most of the minerals and amino acids your body produce, but then you have something called essential minerals and amino acids, or trace minerals and trace amino acids that you have to get from your food stuff. These come from plants. You need sugar, fructose, glucose, and galactose. Galactose come from the mother's breast. Fructose come from most of your fruits, and glucose come from most of your vegetables. These are plants. All these things come from plants. You need enzymes. The enzymes, your body makes the enzymes, but your body need the basils, the salts and the minerals to make those. So your body take these electrolytes, or what I call minerals, it convert them and turn them into salts. These salts then buffer themselves out and create enzymes, and then these enzymes control your hormones and how your body works. Guess where these come from? These come from plants. So you need oxygen. Yes, you need oxygen in exchange of carbon dioxide. Most of your oxygen come from the sea and come from trees in the air. And guess what it come from? Your plants, or your H3O2 in your water. Everything you need, all essential building material that you need to create and make a new cell, come from plants. And last but not least, you need electricity. You need magnetism. Guess where these come from? This come from plants. This come from grounding. This come from hugging a tree. This come from hugging a significant other that have good spirit, that's healthy. This come from rubbing on a pet. This come from walking the land. This come from being outside. This come from sitting in the sun. All these things are called electron donors and not electron stealers. You don't need electron stealers like a sick person hugging on you, a person that's angry all the time, sleeping in the bed with you. Alcohol is electron stealer. Sodas and carbonated water is electron stealer. Meats is an electron stealer. Most of your macro proteins are electron stealer. You see that? Toxemia, gases that you're not supposed to have in your system, or electron stealers. The lack of oxygen is electron stealer. Dehydration is an electron stealer, because your body is going to do everything in the world possible to rebalance itself. And how does it rebalance itself? It steals electrons. That's what it does. And guess what? You get a free electron donor to yourself every day when you wake up and you go outside, you take off your shoes and you plant your soles of your feet. Notice they call it the soul of your feet in the grass. This thing draws up the earth, the electrical magnetic spectrum and grid of the earth, shoot trillions of electrons, because it's an electron donor. See, Mother Earth is an electron donor. It shoots trillions of electrons to the sole of your feet. It goes up through the right side of your body. It circulate around the hippocampus and go down the left side. And guess what it get rid of? Electron stealers, or what you would call protons. The best healing mechanism on earth is going outside and grounding, sitting in the sun, drinking spring water, drinking the juices in the water that's made from the fruit of what we call H3O2, breathing in clean oxygen air, being around family and loved ones, laughter, happiness, dopamine, serotonin. That's what you need. You don't get it from meat, family. You don't. And these are the actual facts and truth. So they're going to tell you what they want to tell you. But guess who's in these laboratories? Me. Guess who in this clinic seeing 10 to 16 people a day? Who is it, Nabi? Oh, me. Guess who's taking blood from the venous system and from the capillaries and testing these things, sending them off to our laboratory? Who? Oh, Yahki. Me. Guess who's building protocols and plans and putting you on protocols and plans, mixing herbs up, have a big warehouse, 16 employees helping making these herbs, these healing herbs for the people? Me. And to take ego out, I wouldn't be doing none of this without the breath of the Creator in my body. I wouldn't be doing none of this without the actual teacher's shoulders that I stand on. I wouldn't be doing none of this without Dr. Lilila Africa, without Dr. Sabi, without Dr. Morse, all the teachers that sat down and really taught me. I wouldn't be doing none of this. So this is not an ego thing, but I'm talking about the work that is being done here in St. Louis, Missouri is bar to none. This is amazing work that's going on that a 35-year-old black man is doing. I don't take that lightly no more. I just don't, and I'm not bragging either. But we really putting in the groundwork, and everything that they teaching y'all in these textbooks is a goddamn lie. But I've been saying this for years, though. Been saying this. Yep. Yeah. Y'all got some questions for me? Let me see if y'all got some questions. See what y'all got. See what y'all got. Oh, y'all, and check this out. The new clinic. The new clinic is almost ready, y'all. New clinic is ready. We got hyperbaric chambers in that deal. What else we got? We got med beds, magnetic beds. We got PMF beds. We got full-blown steam sauna in that deal. It's 14 exam rooms. We doing lymphatic massage, drainage in there. You come there, get a massage, everything. It's gonna be subscription based. You come to the clinic. I mean, it's 16,000 square feet of just pure healing, y'all. We finna change the game in St. Louis. We putting St. Louis on the map with this, y'all. I promise you. It's gonna be amazing. Hopefully that we gotta move up out of this clinic. I wish I can take these walls with me, but I can't. I know Sherelle done painted all these walls, all the ancestors on these walls. Look at these walls, y'all. Hold on. Look at these walls. I wish I can just peel the wall off and take it with me. Man, look at this beautiful stuff. We look at Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey reincarnated right here. Man, I wish I can take all, but I can't take the walls with me. So, you know, we're gonna have her I guess we're gonna have her just redo it at the new spot. But we moving. You know, we only got 2 exam rooms here. I got 14 exam rooms at the other spot, which is amazing. But what's up with you, brother? What's your name, man? Where you from, King?
What's up, bro? I'm from my name Roland. I'm from Kansas City, Kansas.
What's
bro.
up with you, bro?
Man, so real quick, cause I know other people gotta get in or whatever. So cause I just tagged in your live. I didn't even think I was gonna get on. Bro. I've been dealing with one issue ever since like I was 21 or whatever.
Okay.
So I've been going to like my dermatologist, and they gave me this thing called I went through several different pills, but like the last pill that I was taking is Renfepin or something like that. And so it's really for the scalp, because I would get like these little boils or bumps on my scalp like when I was younger. And what they would do is like it'll hurt or it'll like itch or whatever. Yeah. And sometimes it'll pus out depending on
pus out.
How
Yes,
bad
what it is. Your scalp was trying to cleanse itself. Whenever you see external pimples, pus, tumors, cysts, styes, these are pockets of fluids being filled up with toxins and acids to cleanse your bloodstream. So that's all that was going on with you. And it just let me know that you have cranial congestion, especially if it's on top of your head. You got cranial congestion and your cerebral spinal fluid is not cycling right and your lymphatic system is not flowing right throughout your actual cranium. You probably had a bunch of cranial pressure and headaches and stuff with it. So that's literally the skin creating an elimination pathway or detoxification pathway to get all of those acids out. Whenever you see pus, that shows death and decay. That means that the cells are dying. Something around you is dying, and that defecation can't stay inside the system too long because you can go septic or it can get into the bloodstream and change the blood pH. So the body is so smart, it has a healing mechanism where to create pimples and to create warts and tumors and things like that to put all that stuff in. And then you're supposed to remove it by just detoxing. Usually a lot of them will pop and drain that way, or you'll have macrophages or what you'll call macrophages or the white blood cells, or what you would call leukocytes, come in and break them down and get it out through the kidneys. So that's what that is. So this letting me know right now, because I can see some bumps on you right now. Yeah, on
Yeah,
your forehead.
yeah.
And
I
that's
didn't
in
know.
your digestive area too.
Okay.
If you do face mapping or face reading, that's all digestive. So what I can tell you right now from just what I see, King, is you need to cleanse your gut and you need to move your lymphatic system. But you need a good gut cleanser and you need to move your lymphatic system and your lymphatic system. Probably like a month ago when I first opened up the clinic, I did a lymphatic exercise and I showed the world on how to move and drain not only your lymphatic system in your cranial area to relieve all that cranial spread relieve all that cranial pressure, but I showed them how to move the lymphatic system too. So what I would do if I was you, I think you should go on my website and get the three bitters. The three bitters will be amazing for you. That'll cleanse your gut, it'll cleanse your skin, it
Okay.
cleanses your lymphatic system, it cleanses all of your eternal organs because you are eternal people. You don't have internal, you have eternal organs. And then what you need to do is you need to go on a fruit and vegetable diet. And on that fruit and vegetable diet, I will implement more things like pickled cucumbers, or what you would call pickles, and get you some pickled onions. These are fermented foods for you can get your prebiotics. Your prebiotics will actually feed your probiotics, and then your probiotics turn into postbiotics, and these are all the benefits that you receive from rebuilding your gut portfolio. And that's what you need to do. So fruits and vegetables 50-50. Make sure you get some fermented vegetables inside of that deal, and then you need to get the three bitters off the site.
Okay, and cause and the thing is, I'm glad you said that because I've been on your website. Cause I think the last thing I got, bro, was probably the it was the leaves. It was like I can't remember the name, but I know you just let them boil, and then you damn, I
Which
forgot.
one?
I forgot. It was one of your old packages that you
Fermented
had.
food. Hold on. We got somebody on here that don't know what they talking about. Fermented foods are acidic. No, fermented foods are not acidic. How is you have to tell me how fermented foods are acidic, and then most of the people that's talking about acid in base chemistry don't even know what they talking about. We talking about electron donors and electron stealers and the potential of hydrogen. How would a fermented food be acidic? That's like saying an apple that is overripe is acidic. That don't make sense. Now, are you talking about testing the acidic compounds before it going to the human body? Then that don't even count. We want to know, is it acidic after it goes through the body and after my body breaks it down and after it goes into my bloodstream and that ash that it leaves out once I poop it out in the toilet. Once we check that ash and we check those electrolytes and those minerals like calcium that's left behind, like magnesium that's left behind, like potassium that's left behind, that is called a alkaline forming food. There's truly no such thing as an acid and alkaline food outside of the body. You only can truly test it and get a real pH level on it after you metabolize it. So we have to change that ideology. That's what I'm saying. We have a bunch of people that never been to a laboratory, never did these tests on themselves to even be speaking about what is acid and not. So fermented foods are not acidic. Now you can, if you add vinegar to something, it can make it acidic. But if you naturally ferment your foods, which YouTube University will teach you how to do that a million times over, it is still alkaline. So I'm just saying that to say, don't be afraid of fermented foods, brother.
Oh, for
And don't be listening to
sure.
all of these so-called healers on my timeline.
I
Everybody think they know everything on here.
Nah, bro. Trust me. I've been tapped in with you for a minute. What I was gonna say was I did do like a fruit and veggie diet back in like April because I was trying to lose weight. Long story short, my doctor said I was pre-diabetic or whatever back then, and I was just like, man, let me do this this fruit and veggie diet, and I did it. I was supposed to go like 15 days, only lasted 11, and then at my job they ended up catering some food to work, and I slept up and folded. And but I seen my weight go down, and like I ain't gonna lie, that's the first time I ever did that. And like I'm telling you, like for some reason, from my first experience just being on the fruit and veggie diet, I feel like I was on like a specific type of high that I never like. I feel like I was
Yeah, you
vibrating or something like that. Like
was, bro, because you was eating electron donor foods. You was eating voltage, real voltage, and there's
yeah,
healing in electrical magnetic therapy, and that's what that is. That's a therapy, man. We are celestial beings, bro. When we done talking, our melanin vibrated a high frequency. Our DNA, our deoxyribonucleic acid, do everything about us everything about us is supreme. So when we eat a supreme diet, it brings us back into our natural being and it let us vibrate. We are light beings, brother. So you need food that emit light cold frequencies, and your light cold frequencies is your fruits and your vegetables. And most of the fruits, berries, and melons that grow on the bushes closest to the sun is the things that you need to eat. Unfortunately, since we've been eating so wrong because we've been eating a European diet for hundreds and hundreds of years, when we get on these things, we go through a major detoxification symptom and we run from the fruits and vegetables because we think it's making us sicker, but it's not. It's just getting all those toxins out of the body. And when you cleanse in the body, some of those toxins go into the bloodstream in order to hit the spleen to get dumped over into the lymphatic system. So when that blood pH changes just a little bit, we go down and we feel adrenal fatigue and we get headaches and all of these things, so it make us shy away from the fruits. But hey, in order to be pressure bust pipes and they make diamonds, you got to walk through the fire. You see gold, how gold made is tried in the fire, brass, copper. In order to make these beautiful crystals, it's pressure in these caves, and most of your crystals and diamonds is made in middles of volcanoes due to lava. In order to see something beautiful and magnificent, in order to bring something back into its beautiful state of creation, you have to undo the destruction and the corruption that you did to these biological entities to get back to that. So you got to feel a little pain, man. But once you go through that pain, hey, you back.
Man, hey, you ain't lying. And just one last thing before I get off, because I ain't trying to hold you up and stuff. I know you busy. I just, and I feel like this is just for like your followers and stuff like this. Man, what is up? So long story short, when I was like 16 or whatever, I ended up smoking, weed or whatever back then, and it made me have panic attacks. So ever since I've done it, back then I used to be around crowds of people and everything, and I was cool. But ever since, I ended up, smoking weed or whatever, it was like when I was brand new to it, and I've done it maybe twice in my lifetime. And I've been in that hospital thinking I was having a heart attack.
Yeah, you was there. Estrogen-like molecules in the weed, especially the weed today. It's hybrided weed, and then not all of them, but some of them use the same type of entities, or you have male to male plant hybrid and to make the buzz, or it's estrogen-like molecules. And when the body have too much estrogen, it throws off the hormones, and when the hormones get thrown off inside the body, of course, it's gonna mess with the thyroid and the thyroid and adrenal glands. When they overstimulate it, it causes heart palpitations, and that gives you your panic attack. Weed used to do me like that too. That's what made me stop smoking. But
Yeah, I heard you speak about it.
then I realized it wasn't the actual weed, it was the hybridization of the weed. If you went back to some seeded weed, it was cool. But now I don't allow any type of smoke in my body anyway. But you can make some good weed tea. But there's nothing wrong with that homegrown. Somebody growing weed in their backyard that got seeds in it. It's all these new versions of weed that have all these different hormone-like chemistry in it that is truly, truly messing us up. And you can look this stuff up.
Okay. Bet.
All right, my brother. So look, hey, peace, love, and light to you, man. I hope I gave you some information that you can take and apply today to change your life, brother. Talk to you soon.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you, bro.
Peace.
All right.
You're going to hit that top left, hit that X. I'm going to do 2 more questions, and I'm going to get up out of here.
All right, Yahki, I appreciate you, man. Right. I'll be safe out there, bro.
Right, appreciate you.
All right.
Now, B, would you email the next 3 clients and just tell them I'm going to be running a little late?
Okay. All right.
Blessings. That Reggie ain't it. Hey, that Reggie keeping us alive. That Reggie ain't giving us no heart palpitation. That Reggie weed ain't shrinking penises. That Reggie weed ain't making you lazy. See that? Y'all want that stuff to have you high, lazy. Y'all want that indica. Yeah, you own her. Y'all want that indica. My little brother called it stuck in the couch. I call it indica. He said, yeah, that's stuck in the couch. That in the couch. Y'all want to be lazy, not doing nothing, stuck around, can't think. I'm cool on all of that. I got too much to do in my life to just be stuck in the couch because I wanted to smoke a blunt. I'm not talking about my weed smokers, all right?
I can't even find it. Hey, Dr. Yahki.
Hey, blessings to you. What's your name and where you from?
I'm Natasha. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia. What's up, Georgia in the building? Talk to me. What's going on with you?
You know what? My fiance, I'm looking for the discharge paper because it was so crazy. We were just going to go on your website because I ordered your bitters and stuff like that. So I was telling him, I was like, he got a weird case. Like, it's so weird that the doctors can't even figure out
that's my type of... I ain't cussed in a minute, but I'm a cuss. That's my type of shit right there. The weird cases, the cases that can't nobody crack, them the ones I want. Them the ones I want.
So it's weird and it's embarrassing, but look, shout out. Hey, don't play with me.
Yeah, you got the 3 bitters. Let me show you the new bitters. Hold on, let me show you the new bitters.
New ones. Don't play with me. I got one in the refrigerator
So
though.
this the new look right
I
here.
know. See,
That's
you
the old look.
know how long I've been rocking with you
And
then.
they got my face on it. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. I got the rest of them in the refrigerator. But so what's going on? I cannot find that discharge paper. That I did not know you was gonna pick me. So he's been experiencing like blood in his penis. Like after sexual intercourse, like blood is like coming out. He don't have it.
I got a question though. So when y'all done having sexual intercourse and he pee probably an hour or two later, do the blood leave?
No, it don't leave. It's there. It's still
And
there.
they checked his
They
prostate?
they gave him a CT scan. They gave him X-rays and everything, and they're like, he has freaking something like it started with an H.
H.
Dang, I cannot find his discharge paper. That's the crazy thing. It's like he has twisted tests.
All
Like they said that
his
his
testicles,
testicles
yeah,
are
they
twisted.
done twisted up. Yeah. So I'm not gonna lie. I dealt with probably 3 testicles that twisted up like that. Usually you have to get them untied surgically.
He said that they said that.
So I ain't
But
gonna
like he said, he's
I,
been experiencing that since
so I'm not
2016.
gonna lie
But
to you guys. So I'm not a surgeon.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I'm over holistic medicine,
yeah.
biochemistry, and I'm a biochemist and I'm a biologist. We don't do surgery. And the 3 that came in here, I had 2 last year and 1 that came in probably like 2 weeks ago. You got to
Okay.
send them to a good surgeon.
Uh,
You can't. There's no herbs that's gonna untie your testicles.
See, I didn't know
And
nothing about it.
yeah, but
I was like, I got so I'm gonna try my best to get on here today because
yeah. So
I was
yeah,
like,
so
how did that even happen?
so
They're like, oh, it's just
herniated it's usually from
yes,
trauma, from having
yes.
rough sex, usually from rough sex, and it's we
Okay,
can get real explicit in it, but we
I
don't even need to
understand.
go there. But usually it's basically like a herniated testicles, though, to be honest with you. With the
That's
testicles,
what it's
they
called.
they get tied up, so
That's
the surgeon's
crazy.
gonna have to go through and untie them. So tell him to find him a good surgeon and get that surgery.
Oh,
Because tell
okay.
him if
Oh my
he
God,
don't,
I'm
tell
so
him if
glad
he
I got
tell,
you
look,
on
listen
here.
to me. Tell him if he don't, inflammation gonna set in, and if that inflammation sets in, all that semen is gonna start getting backed up because he can't relieve itself.
Right.
That's gonna cause a bunch of swelling and coagulation. Then the blood start to die, circulation start leaving that spot. He gonna lose his libido. His prostate gonna swell up. His PSA numbers gonna go high. There's prostate specific antigen numbers, and that can lead to prostate
Okay.
cancer, and it can lead to testicle cancer. So, or what you'll call testicular cancer. So tell him to go get that surgery ASAP. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? To tell him after he get the surgery, I can help rebuild him. Come holler at me.
Okay. Most definitely. We got you.
I,
We got you on
I
the
got
back.
you.
Don't play.
Blessings to you guys and
Peace,
blessings
love,
to your
and
man too.
happiness. Let me
Peace,
tell
love,
you,
light, and healing.
I made it.
Hey, she amped up here. All right,
All right.
blessings to
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, yeah. When it comes to certain things, like that's why I'm saying when it comes to like the allopathic community is very good when it comes to diagnosing, and they're very, very amazing when it comes to surgery to me. You know what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to healing, they do a piss poor job. They do a piss poor job in healing. But in surgery, in diagnosing with all of the equipment they have, hey, it's good. So hey, go get diagnosed. But then come show me them papers. Let me take a look at them, see what I can do. No, go on and get your surgery. Come back. Let me hear you up. Because I know they're gonna put the anesthesia in you to put you to sleep for the surgery. I know they're gonna pump you with some morphine and give you some painkillers. So let me go and plumb that and get that out of your system. You know what I'm saying? Come holler at me around there. But I'm not extremist at all, y'all. I'm not extremist. If I get shot right now, now B is not finna go look for a herb and put me on no all fruit diet. Now B is going to call 911. You better call 911. Yes, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not extremist at all. All right, I'm gonna do one more question and then we're gonna get up out of here. One more question. Who we got? And for everybody that's on here, there's a lot of people pretending to be me. If it's not a blue check page on Facebook, if it's not a blue check page on Instagram, if it's not a blue check page on Twitter, if it's not a verified page, family, it ain't me. I'm not gonna ask you for money over the web. I do all business through www.yahkiawaken.com. All right, YAHKIAWAKENED.com. I'm not on WhatsApp, so I'm not finna hit you on WhatsApp. I usually don't respond to inboxes or none of that because millions of people hit me up a month. That's not me, y'all. Quit letting these people pretend to be me and take y'all money. So if it's not a verified YouTube, if it's not a verified Twitter, if it's not a verified Instagram, which is the page I'm on right now, and a verified Facebook, It is not me. Don't assume it's me and then be cussing me out when somebody gets you. Blessings, goddess. How you doing?
Hi. Oh my God.
Where you
Yahki, I
from?
love you. I am from Detroit, Michigan, but I
And I
love you.
love you too. Shouts out to the D. You
Yeah.
know the D mess with me hard now. Have you been to Wayne State University when we been there?
I have not, because I live in Cali now. So I thought that you
Oh,
were doing your doctorates in
uh-huh.
Cali because I was like, oh, I got to get to his,
Uh-huh.
graduation. But I think you end up doing it in Atlanta.
Yeah, but the
Congratulations,
beautiful thing
Dr.
about
Yakai.
the beautiful thing about Cali though, we're gonna be out there, ain't we?
Yeah,
We're going out to Cali sometime.
Sacramento.
Yeah, Sacramento.
Okay.
So if we in Sacramento, so
I'll
make sure
come
you
right
travel to
up.
see us. We're doing a good lecture out there, so that's gonna be cool. And
I'll
for
come
those
right up.
that's
I
looking
actually,
for the classes, I'm starting the classes in 2 months in person. It's gonna be at the college in Dallas, and I'll send y'all all the information. But we're gonna be doing it remotely too, where you can tune into the classes and it'll be live streams, just to let y'all know, because I know a lot of people been asking about that.
that's
So what's going on with you?
cool.
Talk
That's
to
so
me.
funny because my mom's birthday today and I'm in Houston. So
Oh,
that's so
okay, so you in Houston. That's where our laboratory is. So our laboratory is called
cool.
Yahki Diagnostics LLC. I've been
Yes.
telling
Okay. I've
I've
been
been yelling it from the rooftop. I got my own laboratory. You can't tell me nothing now.
I can't wait to visit. I can't wait to visit. It's crazy because I've been wanting to talk to you. I just ordered your 3 betters. I ordered it May 31st.
What's
So
what's
hopefully they're coming by the time. Yep, I got the new ones.
Yep.
So hopefully by the time I get back to Cali, they'll be in my
Okay.
mailbox. So I get back like July 1st.
So
So
do me this favor before we get off this live. If
hmm
you can find your order number quickly, I'll make sure it gets shipped out tomorrow.
I appreciate that. Okay, yes, I'll email you guys. Is it Nabi? Should I email Nabi?
So what's going on with you?
Okay, so I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. They don't know which autoimmune disease it is.
That's why it's called. That's what it's called. They call it an autoimmune disease because they don't know. So
Yeah,
whenever they go through and they look at everything and they look at they books and they look in a Merck manual and they can't pin something to you
yeah,
and it's a bunch of different symptomologies. What they did was they created this word autoimmune.
yes.
So lupus is autoimmune disease. Multiple sclerosis, autoimmune disease. They got a bunch of them. So they can't figure out what it is. So it'd be best if you tell me your symptoms.
Yeah, so they tested me for the 7 main autoimmune diseases, and I don't have those. So
So
it wasn't
nothing hit. You didn't get
no,
no positive on none of them.
no. But what happened was I went to the doctor because I kept feeling okay. So long time ago, I got bit by a tick. It had to be like 15 years
And
ago.
did
I
they
got
check
bit
you
by.
for Lyme's
They
disease?
checked me for Lyme disease. I don't have that, but I have alpha-gal syndrome. I was a
Okay.
big meat eater. I ate beef, steak. Like I used to love. I haven't ate meat in like I want to say 8 years now because every time I eat red meats, it's beef, pork, any red meats. Like if I eat that, I break out really bad in hives. The last time half of my tongue swelled and I went to the hospital and they had to, basically I had to get like EpiPens and all this stuff. I can't eat red meat. I have a disease called alpha-gal syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm allergic to all red meat. So I
Yeah, I
just
got
took
you.
out meats
That
from my
means
diet.
you have very, very high levels of homocysteine in your blood. And I bet you I know what's going on with you already. Metabolic acidosis, and you probably have a ton of parasitisms inside of your
That's
body.
why
I
I'm
would
like,
love for you to come see me before I
I
can
would
check your blood and run your
love that
blood.
too. I would love that too. I know you said you were gonna start doing insurances. I have Blue Cross Blue Shield. Even if you're not doing that yet, I still have to come.
Yeah.
I've been telling my mom that like I got to get to you. But
Yeah.
so I have that. I was pescatarian until last year. This is the first year I'm completely
Good.
plant based. I don't eat
Good.
anything with dairy, nothing. I cook mostly all my food. I do quinoa and chickpeas. I'm so obsessed. That's like my go-to. But it's still
Hold
like
on,
I'm
real
holding.
quick. J Walk 1098 said they have done released bioengineered ticks. Hey, they did the same thing with ticks and mosquitoes, brother. And I promise you that I have the documentation showing that, bro. So you never lied about that. These new ticks and these new mosquitoes are definitely bioengineered, and they target specific groups of people at that. But go ahead.
But what I had questions about is my white blood cells right now is at a
Yeah,
2. They said
that's a very
the
low.
main is supposed to be like 3.8 and
Yeah.
above, and I'm all the way at a 2.
So did
So
they
I'm
when you look at your CBC chart and you look at your white blood cells, it's something called leukocytes. You have what you would call basophils. You have something called neutrophils. You have something called eosinophils, lymphocytes, and monocytes. If you can pull up your paperwork, let me know which one is low.
the absolute neutrophils are low. They're
Okay.
below, and then white blood cells are below. And then it's another one. I have my results, but I'm scared to click off
So
Instagram
look,
and have
let's do this then. Let's do this. Once we get off, email them to me.
okay.
I'm gonna send you. So send me an inbox. I'm gonna send you the email. Email them to me, and then depending on which one is low, I can tell you what's going on with your body. Like for instance, if the basophils is low and something's eating the basophils, or if they too high, I can tell you that you have an antibody buildup. And now we get to run your blood, and I can do a saliva pull on you or genetic pull on you, and we can see what's actually destroying the blood. Then I can take a blood sample, and I can either do a live or dry blood analysis to see if you got parasitisms inside the blood. I can look at your neutrophils and see if they're going through something called cellular lysis, or they exploding. Is it too much gas inside of them because you're not exchanging carbon dioxide for oxygen? It can be a multiple of things, but I ain't gonna be able to check until I see your actual percentage numbers on your leukocytes. And that's checking the
Okay.
basophils, the eosinophils, the complete neutrophils. I need to see those percentages. So I'm gonna send you my email, send those to me, and I check them out when I get to the house, and I'll be able to tell you what that is. Now I would love to check you for metabolic acidosis, because I have never seen no autoimmune disease that wasn't metabolic acidosis. And what happens is the body is so acidic that the actual immune cells start attacking the acids, and then whatever the acid's on, they say that's what the immune cells is attacking. So if the acids is on the nervous system, they would say, well, the immune cells are attacking the nervous system. That's multiple sclerosis.
Mm-hmm.
If the acids is in the tissues, they say the immune cells are attacking the tissues. That's lupus.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? If the
Yeah.
acids are attacking the bones and attacking the connective tissues, they say, well, the immune cells is attacking the bones and the connective tissues. That's fibromyalgia. But we
Mm-hmm.
see that the root cause actually be metabolic acidosis, and the body have switched polarity, and it's no longer a electron donor, but it becomes an electron stealer. So, well, what you got going on, I think the best bet is you coming into the clinic and we running you through the whole process of everything. And I'd like to help you out with that.
I would love that. And two, I was gonna say I'm also a personal trainer and yoga instructor.
Mm-hmm.
I literally work out like 5 to 6 times a week. I did the geogenetic juice. Not did, I do it. I have like a juicer. I have the omega juicer. So
Mm-hmm.
I do the geogenetic juice at least twice a week. Like I'll have like maybe between 32 and 48 ounces I make, and I'll
Mm-hmm.
try to keep for half every day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm holding weight all in my belly, and I don't eat dairy,
You know
anything.
what
So I'm like, it's
that
something
is?
that
So
I'm
gut
not used
gut
to.
microbiome is off. You need to rebuild your gut microbiome or your microbiota back up. Also, kidney and adrenals, because your kidneys is what filtrates and get rid of all the water. And you have to check the pituitary gland, because what's in control of water retention is the pituitary gland. That's what holds your water. That's what strengthens up your bladder. That's what strengthens up your stomach sac. It's strengthening up your gallbladder to hold bowel in. So whenever you start retaining water, always think about acidosis. When the body is full of acids, it dries out the body. So what happens is the body have to compensate for those metabolic acid mediums or agents in the body. So the body will start pulling all of the H2O and the H3O from your cells to put it in a certain area that's suffering from acidosis. So I can tell you right now that you got some type of congestion going on within your intestines, whether it's your small intestines or your large intestines, and you have metabolic acidosis setting in. So we need to be looking at muconoid plaque buildup. We need to be looking at your diverse bacteria portfolio probably was eliminated, meaning that you done took some type of antibiotic. Have you?
Yeah,
You see?
yeah, yeah,
See, now I know what I'm talking about now.
yeah. Yep.
So I
Yeah.
I can tell you right now that you need to rebuild your gut microbiota, and we need to get your kidneys and your adrenals online for you can get rid of the excess weight. And then we need to flip the polarity. We need to change and get more electron donors and them electron donors and them electrolytes from your minerals and your building blocks for creation that you need will help you dissipate and get rid of all that water weight. So what you need to do until you get to me, be watching your ankles and be watching your feet and your legs. If you start feeling swelling in those areas, that means that the kidneys are getting worse, and you need to holler at me. Also, urinating. When you urinate, just check the toilet before you flush it. See if you see foam, a foamy like substance built up in the toilet, and that means you're leaking protein as well. But I'm pretty sure it's metabolic acidosis. But I'll be able to tell you for sure or not if you come see me.
I am. I will. And you
Okay,
are.
so
Yeah.
once we get off, just hit me up. Hit me up as soon as I get off of this.
Okay.
I'll make sure I respond with the email, and then send me that blood work. If you got a
Okay.
complete,
So,
I want to see
yeah.
your CBC,
Uh-huh.
complete blood work.
Uh-huh.
If you have a urinalysis, send that to
Okay.
me. If you have a metabolic panel, send that to me as well. And then any hormone balance, whether it's a thyroid panel, just
I,
send me all of your work, and I'll look at it
yep,
for you.
they did. everything because I'm like, it's something going wrong. And then I mentally was getting stressed. I'm tired. I'm falling asleep. So they did all of it. So
All right, send everything over to me, and I'll take a look at it for you.
Okay, and your
Yep.
DM or your email?
Send it to my DM.
Okay.
Once you send me a DM, I'm gonna send you the email, and
Okay.
then you can send me you can upload the paperwork to the email.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
All right.
Thank you.
Peace to you guys. This is all good.
Peace,
Blessings.
love,
Love you
light, and
too. Peace, love, light, and healing.
especially
Blessings to you.
we love
I love you too.
Thank you.
Blessings.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye bye.
All right, y'all. That was my last one. I'm gonna do this again probably next week. I got some lives I need to go over. We just been swamped, so I ain't been able to do my presentations. But I got some things I want to show y'all. I created the best intermittent fasting challenge I think the world have seen yet, y'all. I got not be on it. Now we gonna say something to the people. Now be mad because he losing weight. I can't even fit my goddamn belt. Now be been nagging like an old man lately, y'all, because I've been starving him. But he look good though.
He's starving me, y'all. He's
Look at him, he look good.
Man, he's starving me, man. He's starving me. I lost another pound today. You know what I'm saying?
Man, he looking good and he complaining. He healthy. He running up and downstairs. We in the gym. We working out. He intermittent fasting. He eating diets. We ain't eating no fried foods. We eating 92% fruits, 8% vegetables. Man, he looking good. He feeling good, and he complain. Yahki, I can't go another day. Look at my belt, man. I need to get another belt. So hey, that's what it's about, y'all. That's what it's about. I need to lose some weight. Just go on a diet, man. Look how much I done lost, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm building muscle. Look how much I done lost. So yeah, look, you gotta be who you say you are, and you have to practice what you teach. That's what I'm gonna say. So look, I love y'all indeed and in truth. I'll talk to y'all soon. www.yahkiawaken.com. I'm opening back up the consultations the first thing Monday. Y'all been booking them up, so I've been having to open them up slot by slot because something happened where June the 10th. We had like 187 people book on one day. So I've been monitoring that because we don't need that no more. So I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace, love, light, and healing. Peace to the gods, peace to the earth. Be who you say you are, and don't talk shit if you ain't doing the work.
Come on.
Blessings.